Hello and welcome. And today I'm going to give you an update on my long COVID symptoms after the nicotine patch. So it's been a little over 3 weeks now. So today when I'm recording this is day 26 so day one is like when I started the nicotine patch. And I would say around day 21, I started to feel a significant improvement. So this kind of follows like what the study found in the participants. So I would say like day 21, my heart rate was lower now, and I stopped having spikes in my heart rate overnight and during the day. So my heart rate still gets higher than normal for me when I do activity, when I exercise, but it recovers. So that to me is a big improvement, and I can start to do more activity. So basically now I've done exercise activity for 7 days straight, which is the most I've done since I got COVID. So that's a huge improvement. So activity is not like me going to the gym or running. It's like going for a walk, like one day I walked 10,000 steps, like not all at once, but in like three different medium-sized walks. And my heart rate is fine with that. I surfed on the weekend. I felt fine with that. I went on a short bike ride. So all of that is much better. I will tell you, so yesterday was day 7 in a row of activity and I went boogie boarding and I could tell that was a little too much. I think because that's like more back and forth, like even surfing, it's sort of like, okay, you catch a wave, but you can like sit and take a break for a while. Whereas boogie boarding, I feel like I'm running back and forth a lot. So that was a little bit much. And I could feel it. So those of you that have had long COVID or chronic fatigue, like that feeling. It's not like, oh, I'm tired. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's more like I feel depleted. My heart rate is starting to race an abnormal amount. And I had one tiny spike in my heart rate last night, but only to 80. Usually it's like over 100. So the last time I had that was like 7 days ago or 6 days ago. After I went on my first bike ride, I had one spike in my heart rate overnight, but I could sleep through those now. Those used to wake me up and I'd be awake for hours. So I count that all as an improvement. So before yesterday or today, when I kind of overdid it with exercise, I would say I reached the end point of what they like followed in the study, which was like 4 consecutive days of no symptoms. So I know exercise is my specialty as a physical therapist. I know it's going to take time to build that up. So I know part of it is deconditioning, but it's also, there's still a little bit of that chronic fatigue. So I'm just going to like monitor my symptoms for more days, and figure out maybe do the nicotine protocol again for another 7 days. I know a lot of people have commented on my videos that they did it either longer or they repeated it. So I kind of thought like I'm going to give it, 30 days, which was kind of like the study. And if I'm not better, I will do it again. And until yesterday or today, I thought like I'm better, but I also know I haven't pushed it on exercise. And then, also what I tell my patients is sometimes you might need a break, right? Like I went from like barely exercising to like 7 days in a row. So maybe that was like a little too much. So there's a lot of factors to play with, and then also time, yes, to like get better. Um, and then the other thing I would say is I started a supplement protocol. So I read it in multiple places, so that's why I decided to try it. So the protocol is vitamin C, 500 milligrams twice a day, and then CoQ10. I'm doing 400 milligrams once a day, so it's like 200 to 600, so I just picked a midpoint. And those are the two most common supplements I saw in the research and like in multiple places. And so that's what I decided to do. There's some other supplements like Curcumin is a common one I saw. I'll post this here. This is like from my long COVID class that I took, what it talked about, and that's some options for supplements. So to me, I'm like, okay, maybe that's the next step to kind of like clear out whatever's happening in my body. I personally am not super into supplements. Like, I know in today's world, people are like anti-medication and like, let me take a million supplements. Um, and that's not my personal approach. Like, I feel like there's maybe a place for some supplements, but I don't want to take a million supplements. I don't want to take anything, honestly. Um, but I feel like a lot of supplements are placebo. Like, we don't really have studies on them, they're not regulated. There's a lot of, when they do test them, a lot of it has other things in it, or it's doesn't have the dose of the vitamin or supplement that it says. So I'm personally skeptical of supplements more than medications. There are some supplements that are third party tested, and I don't really know how to find that out. I guess you gotta like research it and look up like what brands are third party tested. So I know like dietitians and functional medicine people I know, they say like if you want to take supplements, you should look for something third party tested. So anyway, that's my 2 cents in my opinion on supplements. But I'm like, okay, I've seen the CoQ10 and the vitamin C protocol in multiple places, so like I'm gonna try that. So I've been doing that for like a week. I don't see any significant difference, but I think it takes more than a week. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm much better, but still far from my baseline. I also am like a little scared to overdo it, and this is why I kind of feel it like, oh, yep, I know I'm like not back to baseline. But there's a big improvement, so I'm happy about that, and I'll keep you posted if anything new comes up or changes or improves. So thanks for being here. I would love to hear in the comments what things you've tried, what's helped you, or what hasn't helped you.